What's going on, guys? How are you all doing today? Well, today's video I wanted to go and talk about some of the new Galactic Challenge tier for, or I guess rather week, I guess at the moment, because there's going to be 7 days event. They did talk about changing it from 7 to 2 to 3 days, but I want to go and talk about the new Galactic Challenges onto the Death Star with having to fight some Empire with your bounty hunters. And I kind of wanted to show off some of these things with what I found to be the best things to actually use and how to beat this these kind of tiers. The little bit tougher ones, I guess you could say, 5, 6, and 7. And I just want to give a big shout out to this dude right here, Mr. Grief Karg. I don't have him unlocked, but from whatever I've seen, this guy has been a huge help. Huge help. Very important to this whole faction. And I have another video I have planned soon, talking about him and some more guys about why they're so good right now in the game. I've talked about him before, but now with him being on this farmable node, I mean, there's really no better time to really farm him. With the Y-Wing as well, this is a top tier node right now in the game. You guys gotta focus on this if you guys like the bounty hunters, and if you guys like some of your fleet to be kind of better off with GAC coming down the line. Maybe we have some more fleets we gotta work with. So great node here with the fleet battles on 4C hard. But I want to go and just talk about him a little bit. His Sweeten the Deal special is pretty dang awesome. On top of that, he has the other one, the Bring Him in Cold. He has a lot of healing here. He has a lot more just protection. Everything with the healing, I guess you could say, is awesome off the charts. Some more turn meter gain as well. Everything is really crazy. The big, huge dispel as well. And then, of course, on his Bring Him in Cold, he has a little bit more of some damage because he has a call to assist as well. And they deal a little bit less damage, but I mean, this is crazy. You get all these other buffs as well. I mean, this guy's just kind of nuts, I guess you could say, to say the least. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of just the stuff I've been seeing here recently. So actually, what I'm going to go into right now is showing you guys some of the tier 7 for this new Galactic Challenges and how to beat it. You do need some relics on these guys, of course. But I want to go and just show you guys some of this stuff really quickly. So this is from a Reddit post I saw from Nojo. So shout out to you, Nojo. This is the only one I've seen so far that's been, I'm pretty sure this is tier 7. If not, it's pretty dang close to it. I mean, these are some really good bounty hunters he's got here. And from what I had tested myself in all this was, I really do feel like you gotta have some Jango Fett in the leadership, because Bosk, you don't get the contract off as fast. With Jango Fett, you get a couple AoEs going here, you get the Grief Karga coming with a huge mass assist, and you already got it before you even really move around and do anything, honestly, at all. But the cool thing about this one, and why I think Galactic Challenges is really fun in my opinion, is you get some of these things that change up depending on like whatever the circumstances. For this one, this week, is the Death Star, and you can see here at the bottom right, this right here, the bottom right, the 95% thing, this is pretty much like an Annihilate whenever you can hit that. But also, the thing that's kind of cool about it is that both sides of the field for you and the enemies, they are going to be working on the same exact cooldown, so whoever gets it first and can kill the other person. It's like Annihilate. It's really cool. I like that a lot, actually, and I would love if we see some more of this down the line, which is some more really fun and quirky things added into the whole mix. So yeah, Jango Fett does, for his leadership at least, he allows that to happen extremely fast. When I was doing mine for tier 5 and tier 6, I don't even have, Relic 7 or really any high Relic bounty hunters. I actually used, instead of Grief Karga, I used Zam Wessel. I got a lot of detonators off, and I was able to get that huge Annihilate off early on to Thrawn, and I was able to beat both tier 5 and 6. I cannot beat tier 7, though, because I don't have high enough Relics. I don't even have Grief Karga, but with this guy, he does have Grief Karga. And guess what? Thrawn's already dead. Didn't even use the Annihilate yet, and he's going to now probably use it onto, I think, Death Trooper here in a little bit. And yeah, Death Trooper has to go. Death Trooper is actually kind of scary in this one because he can increase your cooldowns and dispel your buffs. So you got to kind of focus on him pretty early on. But after you kill Thrawn, after you get that first Annihilate off, there's really no way you can lose any of this. And maybe the maybe like what I'm thinking, and maybe like what you guys are thinking as well with all this stuff is, you either have, my mindset at least on all this stuff is there has to be some sort of strategy that you have to implement, and there has to be some RNG, I feel like, to make this kind of worthwhile and really needing you guys to play a little bit longer. I'm not talking RNG like, the gas P4 event, not at all, but just like something where, oh, it didn't, happen right off the bat, maybe I should go retry it and see if I can get it lined up a little bit better. But the majority of this all should be kind of tied in with some sort of strategy. But the things they're going about here is just kind of, get them relicked up, get the new characters. In this instance, getting, not Mando, but Grief Karga unlocked to use for your bounty hunters. And after you get those guys with relics and you get the Grief Karga, you should be able to beat any of these things, which I can kind of get to a degree. But I would still like to have some sort of strategy here. I mean, the strategy in this one was really just to inflict debuffs and then get your contract off ASAP, and then you just annihilate somebody and you're good to go. It's really not that hard. I would like to have some more strategy implemented into some of these higher tiers, and just kind of have a little bit more thinking involved, I think. A little bit more 3 crafting. I would love to see that as well. But yeah, this is a tier 7 event from, this man right here, Nojo. So big shout out to you, Nojo. And I think with that being said, I kind of want to now swap gears over, a little bit different gears swapping, over to my KAM, my Kiadi Mundi attempt I did today. So yeah, I didn't really know what else I want to do for this video, to be honest with you guys. And I'm going to be out of town as well, so I thought this would be a nice little filler video while I'm going. I have another one planned. I do have another one planned, but today I wanted to go after the bounty hunters as well as my KAM mission. So if you guys are interested, I could maybe show some of these stats. Maybe I'll just show some of my mods later on after this is all done and said. But in this one, I'm rocking the whole critical avoidance strategy with a critical avoidance on nearly everybody except for, I think, Rex and 5s. You're really supposed to have one on 5s, but I guess I forgot one. But we're going to win this regardless because of critical avoidance and being how important that is to this whole run. It's really, really key. So if you guys have never really played this before, I could maybe do another updated guide and strategy to this whole event for you guys that are out there. My relics I have on these clones in Shock T, I have a Relic 7 5s, a Relic 6 Arc Trooper, a Relic 5 Echo, a Relic 4 Shock, and a Relic 4 Rex. So nothing like all maxed out on the relics. I do feel like though you really do need a Relic 7 5, so when you do get the sacrifice off, you give out a lot of those buffs, or not buffs, a lot of those stats out to your teammates, and that's very, very important to have here. So I would say Relic 7 at least on your 5s, Relic 5, 6, and 4 between all the other guys, because you do got to have some more damage. Damage on the namely, I guess you'd say, on Arc and Echo. So I would get those guys a little bit higher. Relic, Shock, and Rex can be around 4 or 5, I guess you could say. So that's what we're going to do here. And at this point in the battle, you can see we already killed one of the B1s, or B2s rather. There are no B1s in here. But we killed one of the B2s. And at this point, we were like, yo, one of my guild mates, one of my guild officers rather, he's like, yo, you have a critical avoidance arrow on your 5s, right? I'm like, actually, I don't think I do. So we were like, well, maybe we should not, cleanse. Maybe we should go for the heal onto 5s just to make sure he doesn't die, especially with that expose. And that is extremely scary. You do not want to lose your 5s. If you don't get your 5s to sacrifice, you will not win any of this. So that's very, very important to this whole run. And that's why critical avoidance on nearly everybody except for Rex is very, very important, because you want Rex to die, you don't want 5s to die, and you want that sacrifice so you can get all those juicy, juicy stats, right? So now both B2s are dead. And at this point, we're kind of just running through this. Not too bad at all. It's kind of clean. You want to always make sure you get the turret over on Echo. We got a nice dodge there, which I thought was really funny. I think we had actually 2 dodges onto our 5s, which I guess is kind of good and RNG based, but as well, I thought it was hilarious because it never happens, and when it does happen, it's just really funny to me. But yeah, right here, we're going to give that speed up to Shock so she gets more turns off. Still, we have not proc the Savior, or I guess you can say the real term for it is tactical awareness onto our 5s. That's his unique, by the way, with all those stats showing, so once somebody else dies, that is 5 first, and then Clone Trooper. And yeah, just keep on giving the turret over to Echo. He is going to need that for later on down the line once Jango Fett is dead. One thing to notice here is you don't want to hit up Reek too much with some of these hits. The big boy hits you want to do onto him, but like the small ones like Shock or Rex or 5s, you want to make sure you're targeting Jango Fett so you don't give out Reek so much speed. And keeping in mind that Reek does get stacking critical chance as the battle progresses, and that's really why you want to have a lot of that critical avoidance arrows on nearly everybody, right? So that's what we're going to do here. And we're going to have probably our Savior ground, or I think we're going to go for this other heal here, give out some more critical damage to my Echo, because like we said, we got to have him hitting a little bit harder down the line with that extra critical damage that he's going to give out to the Reek. So another dodge there. That looked like it was an AoE, but it actually turned into just a basic, and we dodged it yet again. So that was one thing that my officer and I were like, what the heck just happened there? That's so weird. We had to like go back and look at it. But yeah, it was a dodge, and it was apparently a basic as well. I don't know what happened there. I really couldn't tell you, but Yeah, just steal some Reek and some Jango Fett. Good stuff here. I mean, most of these runs, you're not going to really have Jango Fett targeting any of your clones with the Shrapnel Blasts, but when it does happen, that can be very, very scary. I've done this now, I think, 7 or 8 times, and that's happened probably like once out of those 7 or 8 times where he has Shrapnel Blast one of my other clones, and I've lost very, very early on. But yeah. So right here, we just got the sacrifice off onto our 5s. We got a pretty juiced up Rex, but we want to save the Annihilate for once he is out of the Mandalorian's resolve. And another thing that's going to be funny happening here soon, I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on what's happening here in a little bit, but you're going to see how Jango Fett died here. I don't know how he died to this. There was no damage from my clones that was dishing out to Jango Fett. He just died on his own, but I want to kind of show this. I'll pause it when it happens. So we're going to do an AoE here. I was hoping this would kill Jango Fett, but it never actually did kill Jango Fett. And you can see right here, we're going to target him with a cleanse. Hang on. See that? I don't know how that happened, man. I was looking at this. There was no burning, there was no anything at all to deal damage to Jango Fett, but yet I do my cleanse, my form up, and it killed him. It did 13,290 damage to kill him. No idea how that happened. We still would have won regardless, even if that didn't happen, but I just thought it was really weird. Maybe you guys know what happened there. I don't know at all. Maybe let me know down below in the comments. But yeah, at this point, we're going to do another stand your ground, I think, onto a Shock T, just so she's not going to die just too early on. At this point, though, we're going to have Rex slate onto Jango Fett, and then afterwards, Rex can die actually, which is super, super nice. And yeah, you don't really want to give out that stand your ground onto anybody else besides Shock, because you want to maintain those trample stacks just in case Jango Fett is still around. So we gave that to Shock again. We're going to do, I think, maybe a hit here on Jango, or we're going to swap over to the Reek because we have Rex slate coming here in a little bit, right? So I think we're going to do that onto Reek right here. Big hits for the arc and the turret, and we swap back over Jango Fett. Rex slate did not get dodged this time, which is always awesome. Down goes Rex, and now it's just kind of blitz time onto the Reek. We're going to heal up again onto the Echo, give out some more critical damage, and we're going to be good for this win. Everybody here does have a critical avoidance arrow, so it's going to be really hard to have Reek land any of these crits at all, which is super, super nice for us. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for this one. Like I said, I think I've won nearly every time except for once, and I think that was my last time before this previously. So we did win this one. It was a very, very clean win. Critical avoidance arrows are a huge, huge help to this whole run. And also, I will show you guys in a little bit my stats. But if you guys want me to do a whole walkthrough of this, just again, I can definitely do that for you guys. But yeah. That was this one. So let's go swap back over into the game and show you guys some of these mods. So let's do this. And just wrap up the video as well. This is going to be the last part of the video. So here we go. Galactic Republic. We're going to go after Rex. So Rex had offense on his arrow and speed one, I guess. More offense on the secondaries. He has health, and some more health and some speed. He has to be kind of fast. And then over here on 2 5s. You really want to have him with critical avoidance arrow. Mine was only with offense, and you really got to have that critical avoidance arrow for sure, just to make him not die too early on, because if he dies too early on, you're going to lose. So you got to make sure he doesn't die. And all these are health ones, and yeah, just full HP there. You got to have him have a lot of HP for the sacrifice to give out those extra stats out. And then here we go on Shock T. She has a good critical avoidance arrow, 20 speed, and some health. Some more health, a lot of health here, and just pretty quick, 327 speed, nice juiced up health pool as well. And then we got over here, we got Arc Trooper, critical avoidance arrow, 22 speed, offense, health, and just some more offense with health kind of combined in there, which is definitely what you want for Arc Trooper. And then last but not least is the Echo. He has another critical avoidance arrow, 28, the God mod. You guys have seen this before if you watched the channel. I love this mod a lot. I moved actually recently over to Echo, and I'm going to keep these mod loadouts except for moving one critical avoidance arrow over to 5s. But yeah, this is him. He has a critical damage triangle. He's got some offense here on the cross and some more health just kind of sprinkled in every so often, and that's him. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video today. We went and talked about some bounty hunters with the Galactic challenges, and we did the KAM mission as well. If you guys want me to do, like I said, some more stuff about the KAM mission, I can definitely do it the next time around. And yeah, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, share it around, and sub to the channel if you guys are new here. We do lots of different videos regarding this game and just having a good time, I guess you could say. We got a Discord down below in the description, as well as Patreon and channel memberships if you guys would like to check those 2 things out. And that's going to do it for me today, guys. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I will see you all later. Peace out and have a good one.